Evolving Manhood. Interview with Denzel Washington.
Family is important to you. Why is family so important to society?
The universal stems from the specific, so I'll talk about my family. You know, I have a God-fearing, loving, faithful wife who has taught me so much about family. I'm from a broken home. Seeing her consistency in really running the household while I'm out hunting, you know, and understanding the importance of family. And, you know, I protect her, I love her, and I provide for her, and about 800 other ones. I don't know all the rest of them, but that's my job. But you know, they talk about the roles we have. No, but that doesn't mean one role is more important. Yes, I'm the breadwinner, but my children are winners because of my wife and the type of house she's established
So she's
the type of home.
Mr. Washington describes a traditional view of family life from his perspective. His success as a man is based in part on the love that he received from his wife. His home is a reflection of the love and nurturing that his wife, Pauletta Washington, put into play as he provided and protected the family through his own efforts.
The type of home she
Yeah,
established.
so she's a nurturer, but
Yes.
you play an important role because you subscribe to traditional family in terms of the mom, the dad, husband, the wife. And you talk about your own brokenness and woundedness that you came from. And many men are broken, you know, suffering from either absentee father or not a great relationship with their father. And there are many men, tens of thousands of men who are going to be watching this, who look at you and the work that you've done in films, and you become a hero, and heroes are important to us. They elevate us, they inspire us, they give us hope.
Heroes are important to us. I absolutely agree with the sentiment. Having the conviction that a thing can and should be done is only enhanced by seeing someone achieve that very thing. Being a respected, admired, and valuable man is a noble pursuit, and Mr. Washington falls in the category of men with those qualities. But looking at his facial expression shows that Mr. Washington doesn't quite agree with the use of the term hero. But we'll revisit that observation in a moment. Let's continue.
Longer, going back to your question, it can be wobbly. The world has changed. What is our role as a man? You know, the John Wayne formula is not quite, doesn't fit right now, but strength, leadership, power, authority, guidance, patience are God's gift to us as men. We have to cherish that, not abuse it. I prayed this morning to be a better listener. Didn't work so well. We're human. You get back up. Yes, I've been high up on the mountain. I've been blessed, but that's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
And it's lonely up there.
Yeah.
You know, people don't know that side of it.
I agree. Manhood is hard to model. At this time, strength, leadership, power, authority, guidance, and patience are God's gift to us as men, and we have to be careful and intentional about how we use these gifts. The qualities Mr. Washington listed are what set men apart, and the accurate use of those qualities dictate whether we care about the responsibilities that are intrinsic to our role. Are we measured in the way that we handle others? What we do says a lot about how we view our own manhood.
There is this tension that's presented in your films between the moral ideal and the struggle in the reality that we live. And most men live in that tension. You express that. So your characters go through this transformation. So either your characters get redeemed, which I love beautifully in Man on Fire, where you exchange you know, your life for the life of the young girl.
Oh, you've seen these movies. Huh?
I'm trying to say it, man.
This is good. I'm going to use some of this, you know, because it was what I redeemed.
Yeah. So it was an act of redemption.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But the struggle, you were very clear with the struggle. And men need to know that because you're a hero to a lot of guys, man. They look at you and vicariously
What is the
experience.
definition of a hero?
Well, a hero is someone that elevates your soul by giving you a model of the better part of us as human beings. A hero.
Well, I'm here to say, men, what I played in the movies is not who I am. It's what I played. The essence of it, which what you're talking about, is what I wanted to come through. But I'm not going to sit or stand on any pedestal and tell you about what I had in mind for you or your soul. Because the fact of the matter is, in the whole 40-year process, I was struggling for my own soul.
Here again, we see that Mr. Washington is hesitant to allow the term hero to be attached to him, so he asks for a clear explanation in the form of a definition. To model the better parts of manhood is to be a hero for many who look at his example.
Struggling
with
your own
still
challenges.
Yeah.
Struggling, you were in that tension between the ideal and the reality, right?
Absolutely.
And yet, you were able to take on a role, take on a character, a personality, and convey a set of values and principles through that character incredibly well. That's why people love the film. But I think it's important what we're hearing you say, that in spite of the character that you were playing, you had your own personal struggles and transformation that you're going through.
I put it this way, Training Day is the easiest part I play. There's more of that in me than Cry Freedom or even Malcolm X.
All right, so let's talk about that.
Well,
so
I'm
Training
from
Day
around
was
the
easy.
way.
Training Day
I'm from
was
around
easy
the way,
for you.
and I'm from around.
What stands out to me is that Mr. Washington is fully aware that there may be more bad than good within him, yet there is still tension in the form of a struggle to conquer the evil with the good. He refuses to see himself in any light other than the reality of who he is. No pedestals are needed.
So it's amazing how you can engage.
I'll tell you what I don't have,
Go ahead.
Pastor. Fear.
Fear. Okay.
You know, we were, the mayor of our town came to the boys club, spoke, asked some questions, and said, anybody have questions? We ended up getting into the debate. I'm like 9, I'm debating the mayor. When I left, the head of the club said, man, boy, you know, you're smart. You can be anything you want, smart as you are. I'm like, I know. He's like, well, go on. But I'm walking home now thinking I could be a president, I could be a fireman. I wasn't thinking that big, but I was thinking, you know,
But those words inspired you, because we need someone to believe in us. I mean,
yes,
that triggers something inside of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Life has humbled me. I used to say I wanted to be the best actor in the world. When I won the second Oscar, I said I wanted to be the best actor I can be. Now I don't even necessarily want to be an actor. It's not my goal anymore. It's not a burning desire for me. I may segue out of it in the next few years, if not sooner. But to go all the way back to your question, none of that would have happened without the family. None of that would have happened, and not just my wife, but the love I give to my children and the love I give back. Coaching and, I was one of the worst coaches. I've been getting in fights with other dads and all that, but I love to inspire. I like that. I like seeing people do well. It was so interesting I ended up becoming an actor because I've never been the out front guy. I like seeing people do good.
Using his strong family as a foundation was the impetus needed to help Mr. Washington succeed in his endeavors. This was coupled with a desire to see people do well. His whole reason for becoming an actor, among other pursuits, was to see people do well.
Seeing people do good.
It's beyond just Denzel the actor, Denzel the husband, the father, but someone who genuinely has this lens on humanity and feels the need to respond. Not foolishly, but wisely and selectively, but still the need to respond to the broken human condition.
And more is not better. Everybody has different gifts. I've been blessed with money. Some have love, some have patience, some have kindness. Men, whatever your gift, You know, society is forcing success down our throat, comparative success down our throat. You know, I don't know if the Bible says it, but it's somewhere it says in the last days we'll become lovers of ourselves.
It's in the Bible.
The number one photograph now is a selfie.
Selfie. Yeah.
So we all want to be followed. No, you know, we all want to lead, I should say. We're willing to do anything. Young ladies and young men, anything to be influential.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the universal stems from the specific. Where's your soul? Where's your heart? Where does it start? Do you want credit for it, or do you want to see the other person do well? It's the most selfish thing I've done in my life is give, because of the joy that I get from it. I love it. I don't like it. I love it. I don't know if that was my nature or my mother taught me. I remember I was starting to be a little successful when Mom said, I came in, I said, Ma, did you think she said, you shut up right where you are. All the people been praying for you. Grandfathers, great-grandfathers. Then she started calling me superstar for about a month. Hey, super, go get that squeegee in that bucket, superstar. Hit them windows, superstar. Hey, superstar, come here, hit the back. You know, she had me cleaning.
Feet on the ground.
Feet on the ground.
That's
so
it.
we, that unit, that family, I didn't do it by myself. I couldn't have done it, obviously, without my mother. I couldn't have done it without my wife. I couldn't have done it without my children.
Powerfully phrased. We all have different gifts, and those gifts should be used to help others. That is Mr. Washington's view of success. To use your gifts to the fullest extent to help others. But comparative success, success as a competition, is being jammed down our throats. This affects men, women, and children. No one is exempted. That view has caused some to abandon their integrity to gain followers and be influential. Are you looking for credit or to help someone else? His own endeavors have made him famous, and his influence impacts millions. But his family grounded him. His mother showed him the necessity to remain humble despite his looming influence as a superstar.
Who teaches you to be a man? You know, but fame is a monster, you know, and we all have these ladders of battles, roads we have to walk in our given lives. Be you famous or whoever's out there listening. We all have our individual challenges. It's cliche, money don't make it better. It don't. Fame just magnifies the problems and the opportunities, you know, so.
You've had it, you experienced it. What do you say to the men who are watching this program, who know you on the big screen, don't know you personally, and love the fact that you shared openly, transparently? A lot of men don't want to do that because, you know, pride rules too often
Pride
in
kills.
a man's life.
Yeah,
You know, okay,
give it up.
What do you say to the men around the world who are watching this interview from someone who is their hero, regardless of it's from the screen?
Thank you. Stay on your knees. Watch me, but listen to God. Don't listen to me. I hope that the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart are pleasing in God's sight, but I'm human. I'm just like you, you know? What I have will not keep me on this earth for one more day. Share what you know. Inspire who you can. Seek advice from, if you want to talk to someone, talk to the one that can do something about it. Constantly. Develop those habits. Here's a good one for me, slow to speak. You know what I say? I can't even say it. We all got something that we're working on. I'm a work in progress, like anyone else, and take the tools that you're given. I never looked at things as problems. I look at them as opportunities. Maybe that's something I can say. You know, someone, but she did this, and well, what an opportunity you have. Yeah, well, the world, you know, because they said this and CNN said that. Yeah, well, what an opportunity you have to make a difference. Because you never know who's watching. But more importantly, you shouldn't do it to be seen. Pray about it. Whatever it is you're committed to, fight for it.
Hero, that term comes up again. Only this time, Mr. Washington, with a lesser amount of hesitation, has accepted the fact that he has impacted so many men. Whether he fully accepts this fact or not, he lists areas of growth that all men do well to give their attention. But again, he emphasizes that he is human and no more than anyone else. Develop habits that ground and empower you at the same time. Acknowledging that you are a work in progress helps you to see obstacles as opportunities.
What did you say? Fear is nothing but contaminated faith.
That's right.
Fear is nothing but contaminated faith. My chest is sagging right now because I ain't been lifting weights. I'm losing weight first, then I'm gonna start the weights. So you gotta lift them faith weights. You gotta do your curls and your squats daily. You may get injured. You may wanna throw them down. You may wanna give up. You may never be big. You may never be big. But strength, what did one guy say? Man is not spelled B-I-G. I like that one, right? Because they were interviewing some little wide receiver, and they kept saying, well, and this and that. And he said, hey. Man is not spelled B-I-G. So whatever you're doing, whatever lane you're in, what an opportunity you have when you fill your reservoir every day. We walk out of the house with our bucket of self-esteem, and everybody's waiting with ladles. They're just sitting there and scooping. And you have to refill your bucket every night. You have to refill your bucket every morning.
I think you gave formula. This is called the Better Man event, and I think you gave somewhat of a formula to be a better man. I mean, taking all the things that you've said into consideration, the life that you live, the transparency, the vulnerability, all that speaks volumes to who you are as a person. But we need goals. We need models. We need heroes. And
dreams without goals are just dreams.
Come on.
And ultimately, they fuel disappointment.
Exactly.
On the road to achieving your dreams, you must apply. This all comes from Pastor Bernard. I just stole it.
It sounds familiar.
It sounds familiar. You must apply discipline, but more importantly, consistency. Because without commitment, you'll never start. But without consistency, you'll never finish. These are all things I learned from you. So the position I have, the money I have, the stardom I have, the joy or pain or whatever I've given to people through the films that I've done don't make me any better. Leave room to learn.
Yeah. I'm going to say something, a line from one of your films.
Uh-oh. You going to act it or you just going to say it?
I'm going to say it.
Okay.
My man.
My man. It's about Frank Lucas.
Frank Lucas.
Mr. Washington.
There it is.
So, what did we learn? Mr. Washington credits much of his success to the love and nurturing foundation created by his wife, Pauletta Washington, and their strong family structure. He values the idea of heroes, but shows humility and discomfort with personally accepting the label. His understanding of manhood has evolved to place greater emphasis on faith and living rightly. Core masculine traits, strength, leadership, authority, guidance, and patience must be used intentionally and responsibly. True character is revealed in how a man treats and handles others. He maintained strong self-awareness, acknowledging the ongoing internal struggle between good and bad within himself. Family support and a genuine desire to help others were major drivers of his success. He defined success as using one's gift to serve others, not merely to gain status or followers. He warns against the modern pressure of comparative success that can erode integrity. His upbringing, especially his mother's influence, helped keep him humble despite fame. While he recognizes his impact on other men, he insists he is still human and a work in progress. His central message: build grounding habits, stay humble, and view obstacles as opportunities for growth. Thank you for listening to this commentary. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.